Yo, here's your TWID recap. Starting off, Bungie revealed some upcoming changes happening on October 8th when the new episode Revenant begins. First up, the featured Nightfall weapon will be moved to a new category at Zavala called Featured and will have updated pricing. The featured Nightfall weapon will now require 1 Vanguard engram instead of 5 and will also require 1 Nightfall Cipher opposed to 25,000 Glimmer. The price, however, for Adept weapons will remain unchanged. World Drop weapons will become farmable the season they are released. Here's the updated loot pool and rotation for Lost Sectors in episode Revenant. The power cap is going to be raised by 10 points when episode Revenant releases, bringing the new hard cap up to 2010 power. And finally, there will be a bunch of class ability tuning. Starting with Warlocks, their supers, Storm Trance, Chaos Reach, and Nova Warp will all have their damage resistance increased. Nova Warp in particular will receive a 20% damage buff inside of PvE and will apply Volatile on every attack. And the Lightning Surge aspect will make you amplified on every use, while also having added damage resistance versus Titan Barricades during the lunge. Hunter's Golden Gun and Spectral Blade super will deal more damage against PvE combatants, with Spectral Blades getting a buff to its damage resistance as well. Threaded Spectre will deal 33% more damage in PvE, the Hellfire Prismatic Grenade will receive tracking and aim assist, Swarm Grenades will be easier to shoot down and can chain detonate, destroying other parts of the Swarm Grenade in the process, and finally Combination Blow will now heal based on the stat count. The higher the stat count, the less health you'll receive, but there will no longer be a 1.5 second internal cooldown on healing. And lastly, Titans are receiving a bunch of changes. The biggest change is that now Barricades, including the Sentinel Shield super and Unbreakable aspect, will act similarly to how Threaded Spectre works, taunting enemies into shooting the barricade instead of players if someone is standing behind the barricade. Bungie is also decreasing the damage non-boss enemies deal towards barricades by 50%, while at the same time increasing resistance to splash damage to a whopping 60% while players are standing behind a barricade. Titan's Unbreakable aspect will have increased duration and generate grenade energy based on how much damage is blocked, but will deal less damage to other players inside of PvP. The regular uncharged melee will deal more damage on the Titan class opposed to the other classes, 5% in PvP and 20% in PvE, with a higher chance to stun combatants inside of PvE. Diamond Lance will grant the Frost Armor buff after a heavy slam, Knockout will cancel health and shield stuns, which was a nerf in the past but is now getting reverted, and Shiver Strike will apply the slow and freeze debuffs to targets on impact and recharge 12.5% faster. The Titan Super Twilight Arsenal Axe pickup will deal 23% more damage, Thunder Crash will deal 33% more damage, and Fist of Havoc will have slightly more damage resistance while having its consistency improved. These final changes are coming to all classes. Void Overshield is having its damage resistance towards PvE combatants increased by 20%, and the Facet of Command / Echo of Domineering fragments are having their cooldowns reduced to only 4 seconds. Thanks for watching, I'll see you guys next time.